Hello friends, this is Scott Allen recording from beautiful Bellingham Bay. This is the bay. It's a really nice day out here. I'm at the coffee shop doing a little homework today, and I want to talk to you about my personal ethics in nursing. So I just want to start with the word empathy. I feel like that is the core of where I'm coming from when I think about my values and ethics. I heard a nice succinct kind of philosophy one time, which is that your authority is love. What that means to me is that the reason that I get to care for people is not dependent on my education or my credentials or my intelligence, but it's dependent on my heart for people and my love for people. So that's really how I'm coming into nursing and trying to view every day and view every patient in front of me. I've got a pretty friendly, empathetic, relational approach. Before getting into mental health, I was an ICU nurse, and I just remember the expression on a patient's face when I would ask them, what do you do for fun? And try to establish some kind of relationship beyond simply what was going on with their physical health. People would really appreciate it. We've got some visitors behind me. And same now with people with severe mental illness that I work with. I try to really get to know them and build that friendship. I feel really lucky that the boarding home where I work, people are there long term generally. So I get to know them over weeks and months and build that rapport and trust. I wanted to share too a pretty interesting experience I got to have in nursing school. So my wife and son and I moved home from California to Oklahoma and moved in with my dad so that I could start this nursing program. And a few months into the program, I found out that my dad had stage 4 cancer. So I got to live with him and be with him for the last year and a half of his life, which I'm really grateful for. And it was really fascinating to be in nursing school and to be doing clinicals, and then also to be going to my dad's office visits and his hospitalizations, and really getting to see patient care from both sides, and see what it means to be a patient advocate. I'm sure you've all had this experience of work where you see that somebody who has a friend or family member who's looking out for them might get exceptionally better care than somebody who doesn't. Somebody who's alone and maybe mentally or physically unable to advocate for themselves. So that was pretty eye-opening for me, and it's inspired me to view myself and my nursing role as an advocate and as someone who needs to not just do my nursing duties that are right there in front of me, but also to try to get behind the scenes and speak up and educate and argue on behalf of clients when I need to. Clients is what we call them call people at my current business. So I go back and forth using patients and clients. So before I got into nursing, I was a teacher for about 10 years. My wife and I were both teaching in Southern California, paying Orange County rent. And that was fine when it was just the two of us. But once children came along, it was obvious that was not a good long-term plan. So I started doing some research. First thought about nursing when actually the day my son was born. We had an amazing labor and delivery nurse, and we ended up having this great, 10-hour relationship with her. That got me thinking about nursing as a career, and I wanted to do something that where I could continue to help people right in front of me. Nursing and teaching have a lot in common, and that's what I love about it. I've known for a long time that I need a career where I'm helping people directly, where I'm seeing change right in front of me, and where I'm building relationships. So I feel really lucky that I've discovered mental health nursing, because getting into this career, I did not know that I would really love it. It was more of a practical decision, but mental health nursing I think is just super fascinating and fun and never ever boring. And I feel really honored to get to know my clients. I feel like it's pretty easy to feel empathy for people with severe mental illness because they have so much that they're going, that's working against them, whether it's symptoms or history, trauma, poverty, just really difficult childhoods, all sorts of issues. And I think the biggest thing that kind of gets me through and keeps my head in the right place is remembering that situations can be reversed, and I could be the patient and they could be the nurse really easily. If my genetic expression was a little bit different, or my upbringing, or I didn't have all the advantages and support that I've had in my life, I could very easily be in need of help. And the same with these patients, right? They if the brakes went a different way, then they could be the ones that were getting the paycheck for helping other people. So my biggest kind of ethical value challenge in thinking about becoming a prescriber is trying to figure out how to care for patients without simply labeling them with a diagnosis or prescribing another medication that has serious side effects. I'm interested in figuring that out and how to really think about complete client care with psychiatric care and hopefully be able to balance medications and other modalities and bringing quality care to people. That's a little bit about me. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. Can't wait to meet you someday. Bye.